What up, everybody? What's good, what's good? Sounds like they're doing some sort of woodwork outside my house. But, yeah, welcome, everybody coming through. Welcome to everybody, watching the playback of this. Welcome back to another episode of me answering 100 anime questions live. I don't know. I was trying to think of something funny to say. Didn't really work out. Oh, to everyone watching the playback of this also, if anyone is wondering when the solo leveling or saying solo leveling live stream is going to be, it's going to be tomorrow. So it is going to be tomorrow. So that's that. Tiger, what's good, fam? What up, what up? Not much, man, not much, not much. Akiro, what's good, what's good? How am I doing? I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. I literally caught like a 24-hour flu last night, so I was not doing too good yesterday. So, that's why things are a bit behind. Yeah. It wasn't great. I was gonna be doing that solo leveling live stream today, but I didn't wake up until almost noon because I was puking my brains out last night. It was great. So yeah, I figured I'll just keep this normal. I'll do the normal Q&A today, and then the solo leveling live stream will be tomorrow. Although you may hear some background noise, because obviously, it's probably going to be a long-ish live stream. It's going to be at least 3 hours, and so my son's probably going to be in the background, either getting into things he's not supposed to or crying. But you gotta love your kids, man. Gotta love that little stinker. But, yeah. The bug's going around, my guy. Stay safe. Appreciate, fam. Appreciate Kimberly. Yeah, definitely is. Wasn't great. I'm feeling a good bit better today. I still got a headache, but yeah, it's definitely way better than yesterday. Way better than me having a fever. So we're doing all right today. So I had to get some kind of content out for you guys today. I know I was slacking today. But anyway, with that being said, let's get started. Start running up them questions. What we got? What we got? What questions you guys got running for me? Alright, I guess question 1. Did you get a vaccine? Depends on what you mean by a vaccine. I have not gotten one this year, no. I did get, like, the first round or whatever it was of the I still don't know if you get demonetized for saying the Android 19 virus. Yeah, that one. I did get that. I don't think I've gotten the flu vaccine since I was in like middle school, so yeah. Question 2. Do you think Zoro's actually the R word? Just curious because my friend keeps claiming he is. No, I don't think he actually is. That's just a running meme in the One Piece community, but no, I don't think he actually is. Question 3. What if Tsunade was Minato's mom? I've heard that theory. Doesn't really make much sense. In my opinion, it doesn't make much sense, but I guess it could be. But I still don't think it makes much sense due to the fact that based off of our knowledge, we know that Tsunade is a Senju, and so it would be kind of strange that Minato's last name would be Namikaze. Plus, that would also kind of make her a deadbeat mom. Because, like, didn't she just, like, run off? Also, speaking of that, too, wasn't... I could be wrong on this, but... Yeah, I feel like that just doesn't make much sense, logically. Question 4. Crocodile is Luffy's mom, right? Because they totally looked... Yes, Crocodile is Luffy's mom. Let's be honest here. We all know it's true. Question 5. Do you think Emu will be able to beat Yawak? Um, Based off of my knowledge of how One Piece works, no. Because based off of everything that we have seen, no, maybe Gear 5, but outside of Gear 5, no One Piece character could beat Bleach characters outside of Gear 5. Because, like, for example, I saw a comparison of, oh, who was it? Or no, it was Naruto versus Bleach characters. Either way, Bleach characters are severely underrated. Especially, like, the top tier Bleach characters. They are extremely strong. Question 6. But like for real, could Crocodile be Luffy's mom? I mean, let's be honest. Yes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think so. I don't think that's I mean, you never know. I guess you never know, but I'm not buying it. Surprise, we actually find out Crocodile is a woman. Based on One Piece, you never know. Question 7. Other than your favorite character in Naruto, who is your top 5? Ooh, okay. So you said other than my favorite character in Naruto. Um, so my favorite character is Itachi. So outside of that, who is my favorite character? In no particular order, because I don't feel like using the brain power to actually think of the order. Um, let's see. Top 5 outside of Itachi. I'll probably throw in Guy. Guy's probably in there. Madara's in there. Mm, Minato's in there. Probably Hashirama. And probably Pain. Probably those 5. Question what? 7. Is it true that Psyche is trans? Like Psyche K? I couldn't tell you. I've actually personally never watched Psyche. I know it's a big shame. I do know a lot about Psyche in the sense I've seen some clips and I know about Psyche as a character, about how overpowered he is and things, can alter reality and whatnot. But other than that, I don't really know much. So I can't really answer that. Question 8. Who is stronger than Gojo? Who is stronger than Gojo? We got just in general or in like I guess based off of what we've seen. Actually, I don't even want to give spoilers. But outside of JJK, let's go. We've got Zeno from Dragon Ball Super. We've got um I don't know about the Angels. The Angels might be. But outside of that, you probably could do something along the lines of like uh you could do something along the lines of Rimuru, you got Anos, you got trying to remember who else are the overpowered people. Debatably uh One Punch Man, Saitama. Question 9. What anime could beat Bleach? What anime? Dragon Ball Z. Easily. And by extension, even further, Dragon Ball Super. Because I'm assuming you mean like what anime universe outside of just one-off characters. Because like I wouldn't name like reincarnated as a slime in there because outside of Rimuru, ain't no one else able to compete with a Bleach character really. But I mean, you know, but Dragon Ball Z for sure. Um, question what 10? Question 10. Who is the most underrated Naruto character in your opinion? Underrated? Let me think here. Underrated. Um, Well, again, Bleach characters in general are underrated. People forget how strong they actually are. But as a character specifically, mm, that's hard to say. I'd have to get back to you on that. That's hard to think about. Question 11. Do you think Mahito is a walking red flag? Yes. Mahito's trash. Let's be honest. Question 11. Question 11. Think about the anime protagonist. Who is so who as an anime protagonist is stronger than Gojo? Um Again, Saitama, Rimuru, Anos. Um Question 12. Any anime verse besides Dragon Ball Z that could easily beat Bleach? That's hard to say because again, I can't fully. I don't know. Like as an anime verse, I don't really think so. I mean, I do know. I don't know much about it, but I have heard claims that Sailor Moon is stronger than Dragon Ball. So maybe Sailor Moon. I don't really know much about Sailor Moon personally. Um, Outside of that, I can't really think of anything as a universe as a whole. You know what I mean? Unless maybe you start throwing in like, yeah, as an anime verse, yeah, I can't think of anything as a whole. Because like you can't throw in One Punch Man because outside of Saitama, not many characters can compete like that. Um, Naruto gets obliterated, One Piece gets obliterated, so it's hard to say. Question 14. Favorite Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood scene. Favorite? When when the homeboy Mustang is literally turning lust into some Korean barbecue. That was a pretty good scene, not gonna lie. Question 15. How is Mahito a red flag? I don't see it. How is Mahito a red flag? I don't see it. Um. Let's just say Nanami saw it. Nanami understands why Mahito's a red flag. Nobara understands why Mahito's a red flag. Question 16. Who would win, Obito or Itachi in a fight? Mm. That's actually a really tough call. I almost and this is coming from an Itachi fanboy, as Itachi is probably my second favorite anime character. I almost want to give it to Obito because I severely think how underrated of a power Kamui actually is. Kamui is so overpowered as a technique. The only reason Kakashi beat Obito, the only reason they beat Obito in general is because he did not have access to Kamui. That's literally it. Which also, speaking of which, massive plot hole in the entirety of massive plot hole in the entirety of Naruto. I recently just discovered this. Fun fact about how they it's the fact that Kamui was so overpowered they were not allowing him to use it when he was in his Ten Tails mode when he was Jubito. Funny though, because if I seem to remember correctly, Madara was able to use Kamui when he was in his Ten Tails mode. Plot hole? Yeah. But outside of that, yeah, let's be honest. Kamui is exceedingly busted, and the only reason they beat Obito was because Kakashi had the other Kamui. That's literally it. Kamui is extremely overpowered. Question. Where am I at? Let's say I'm at question 17. I think I have no idea. Question 17. Okay, then 5 characters that can beat Bleach with ease. Okay, so 5 characters specifically? I mean, I'm assuming you want me to name characters outside of Dragon Ball. Because most characters in Dragon Ball beat Bleach. But outside of Dragon Ball, you got Saitama, you've got Rimuru, you've got Anos, you've got mm, debatably Cosmic Gato. Um, and let me think. One more. One more that beats Bleach. That's tough. I don't know if I can think of a fifth one. Bleach characters in general, especially the top echelon of Bleach characters. Like for example, I know that the homie NC Hammer 23, a massive Naruto YouTuber, he made a statement about how Yamamoto solos all of Naruto because Yamamoto's Bankai literally is the embodiment of the sun. His his technique or his sword basically is the temperature of the sun. And I don't think really any Naruto characters can, or many characters in anime in general, can beat that. Oh, Psyche K. Psyche K probably could beat Bleach characters because he can alter reality. That's a pretty good one, I'd say. Um, question. Where am I at? Question 18, I think. Question 18. Who do you think would Oh, and that's another one that could possibly beat Bleach, and that is Gear 5 Luffy. Because Gear 5 Luffy essentially has Toon Force. But question 18, who do you think would win in an eating contest, Goku or Luffy? That's tough. I want to give it to Goku naturally, but I feel as though Luffy has a slight edge in the sense that he is a rubber man, so his stomach can expand infinitely. But I still think I gotta give it to Goku. Goku, I don't know, man. Goku is just a bottomless pit. He'll eat like a He'll eat like a 30-course meal and consider that as like a snack before he starts to work out again. Question 19. As a Psyche K fan, I can say he beats Bleach 100%. That makes sense. Question 19. Is Boruto more OP than everyone else because of Otsutsuki? Sorry, autocorrect. I'm assuming you currently mean in the manga. No, I don't think so. Because we haven't even. I think Boruto being overpowered has almost nothing to do with being an Otsutsuki. Because I mean, it may have a little factor, but you gotta think about it. Is that he has not shown us using any of his karma when he was fighting. He fought against Mitsuki and he fought against Code. And I don't believe, unless I'm misremembering, he has not used his karma whatsoever. He has basically only used techniques that he has learned. He used the Flying Raijin, he used Rasengan Uzohiko or whatever it is. So I think he's just busted just because he's busted. And as they stated, Kawaki's an Otsutsuki, and Code is also quote unquote kind of an Otsutsuki, and they both get mollywopped by Boruto right now. So, question 20. Who in anime has the worst anger issues? Bakugo. Alright, well, Broly. Broly does. Especially Dragon Ball Z Broly. Dragon Ball Z Broly, my man held a grudge from the moment he was born because Goku made him cry and wouldn't stop crying when they were 30 seconds old. It's Broly, hands down. Question 21. Naruto or Boruto? Who do I like more? I like Naruto way more. Although Boruto, I will give it to him. Boruto into Blue Vortex is pretty boss. I'm not gonna lie. I'd appreciate you, Tiger Wingate. I appreciate you. Question 22? Who do you think has the best anime drip? Honestly, Bleach characters, when they don't have their Soul Reaper uniforms on, they got pretty good drip. Actually, what am I saying? Best drip, hands down, is the king himself, Sung Drip Woo. Solo leveling. Solo leveling has the best drip. Question 23, Koji versus Jiraiya. I want to instinctively give it to Jiraiya, but I feel like Koji was literally created to be like almost an improved version of Jiraiya. So that's tough to say. I think I might have to give it to Koji, unfortunately. Question 24, I think. Is Naruto your favorite anime? No, Dragon Ball Z is my favorite anime. Naruto is in my top 10 favorite anime. Question 25. One of my friends laughed at Nina Tucker's death. Was it bad that I hit them for that? No. Well deserved. Well deserved. You're in the right on that one. Question 26. What franchise do you think had the best anime games? Best anime games? Probably Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball probably has the best anime games. Outside of that, it's probably Naruto. But because I think Dragon Ball games are just too busted and ahead of their time. Like when Tenkaichi, the original Tenkaichi first dropped, it was way ahead of its time as far as fighting games. It was the first arena fighter, I believe. It was the first arena fighter that was actually like really well made. Now looking back, it's not that grand made, but back for its time, Tenkaichi was phenomenal. And then coming back full circle, I think that Fighters is the best anime fighting game there has ever been. Dragon Ball Fighters. So, gotta give it to Dragon Ball. Question 26? Question 26. Okay, good. Just needed to make sure I wasn't the right for the fair. Do you think Ace's death in One Piece was sad? Of course it was sad. And it's all Luffy's fault. It was Luffy's fault that Ace died. I still stand by that. My man did not need to stop to grab the Viver card or whatever it is. So it 100% is Luffy's fault. But it's also partially Ace's fault because he shouldn't have been egged on by Akainu. Akainu antagonizing him, really, like, bro, it wasn't that deep. You should have just kept going. Question 27. I gotta ask the big question, who wins, Goku or Saitama? Probably Saitama. I always used to say that it was Goku because we didn't have that many feats of strength for Saitama, but now the more feats of strength we are getting, it seems basically Saitama's power is essentially to exponentially grow faster than everything else. And yes, that's kind of Goku's power too, in a way. But Saitama went from, like, planetary level to, like, cosmic level in the span of, like, 10 seconds when he was fighting against Cosmic Garo. So I probably gotta give it to, Saitama. Question... Where am I at? Question 28, I think. Who do you think, or who could be OP Obito Six Path? I think with Kamui in any anime or Naruto. So basically, you're asking who could be Obito if he had six paths and Kamui. In Naruto, not really many. Because again, that's why they essentially said, "Hey, you can't use Mangekyo powers with when you're in six paths mode, because Kamui is exceedingly busted." Um, it's not unbeatable as we've seen with Minato, but when it's combined with six paths mode too, it's kind of busted. Um, with that being said, I feel as though most Dragon Ball characters still win. I feel like a lot of Bleach characters still win. One Punch Man, um, Anos, Rimuru, all the latter, you know. Um, question 30, I think. Question 30. Uh, which death was sadder, Ace's or Rengoku's? Rengoku, probably. To me, Rengoku. Question 31. Whose death in anime do you think was pointless plot wise? Pointless plot wise. Okay. Hmm. That's tough. I gotta kind of think about that. I mean, pretty much any Dragon Ball death, you know, because they all just get brought back. um. Mm, 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 mm. I'm trying to think if there's any Naruto deaths that were kind of pointless. Um. No, most of them had pretty big impact. Um. Yeah, it's hard to think about it. I feel like most deaths have a pretty big role in the series. I mean, I guess you could almost you could almost say Rengoku. I hate to admit that, but you could almost say Rengoku because even if he survived, I feel like the story of as someone who read the entirety of the manga, I feel like the story of Demon Slayer would not really change very much unless you swapped him out for some other characters. Like if you had Rengoku in the entertainment district, or if you had Rengoku in the Swordsmith Village, that might change something. But if you kept the characters the same and just put Rengoku to fight later, then I feel like the story would not change that drastically. Um, question 31. Who is the strongest student out of Team Asuma and Team Kurenai? Okay, so basically you're saying who's the strongest out of Hinata, Kiba, Shino, um, Shikamaru, Ino, and Choji. I want to say Shikamaru. It's either Shikamaru or Shino. I feel like Shino is very, very underrated. I feel like Shino is very, very underrated. Because you gotta think about this in this perspective, especially, it might have been filler, but we had Shino in the Boruto anime beat Mitsuki when he was in Sage Mode. Not by much, but he did beat Mitsuki in Sage Mode. So that is a pretty tall tale. And Shino kind of didn't really do that much fighting throughout the series, but every time he did fight, he won. So Shino is very underrated. But out of overall smarts wise, I think Shikamaru still would be able to pull it out. So I'd probably say Shikamaru. Question 32. Um, who's the strongest Rasengan user? Currently, it's probably Boruto. Question 33. Which Hashira from Demon Slayer would have given the main cast a problem if they became a demon? Which Hashira? Well, I mean, all the Hashira would have gave him a problem, but if you're saying which one would give him the biggest problem, it would easily be Gyome. The goat, Gyome. Question 34. Who's cuter, Charmy from Black Clover or Anya from Spy Family? Anya. Probably Anya. Question 35. Who is Akiro Nagato? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, Chief. Who are you? You're gonna have to let me know who you are. Who's got question? What do we got? Question 36. Question 36. Who's got question 36 for me? If you listen to the openings of anime, which one is your favorite? I feel like out of nostalgia, OG wise, it's got to be the original Pokemon theme song. That one, there's no way that you didn't grow up with Pokemon, and if that song comes on, you don't sing it. But outside of that, if you're talking like a Japanese opening, probably Bluebird. I would probably have to give it to Bluebird. And then maybe 3 would probably be the season 3's opening to Overlord. Question 37. Morals off. Which anime characters would have been the biggest problem if they abandoned their good nature? Which anime characters? Well, obviously, Goku. Or literally any of the top tier Dragon Ball characters. Naruto. Itachi, actually. Pretty much any main character, really. It's hard to really say, because I feel like pretty much any main character that is overpowered would probably become a problem if they were bad guys. I mean, we kind of already seen it with Goku Black. If Goku turned into a bad guy, he'd be a massive problem. Especially nowadays if he had Ultra Instinct. Question 38. One has to go. Dragon Ball GT, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, Naruto, and Fire Force. Which one would you choose? One has to disappear forever? Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Because I've never watched it. I would have said Dragon Ball GT because GT is bad, but... Well, it's not bad. It's bad compared to the rest of Dragon Ball. But I don't hate GT like everyone else does. But GT is not canon. But I would have to say Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, because I never really watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. Which is surprising because I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Professionally, but in like professional tournaments and stuff. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal was a bit too young for my time. Where am I at? Question 39. Which anime powers would you say would have been useless in everyday life? There's a lot of anime powers that would be useless in real life. In fact, most anime powers would be useless in real life because I feel like most people would automatically think, I want the most overpowered thing. How is that going to help you? How is pretty much any overpowered power going to help you in real life? Unless you're fighting supervillains, how is that going to help you in your day-to-day life? So you got to think about what would be beneficial. Shutting down would be beneficial. Byakugan would be beneficial. Let me think. What else? See, Renegon would be pretty much useless in real life. What other? It's hard to think of a lot of anime powers because most of them would be pretty useless. Certain stand powers from JoJo would be pretty useful because they kind of already apply it to real life scenarios. So, you know, I feel like what's his name? Buggy's Devil Fruit would be pretty useful. And the reason I say that, I still stand by this. This is a big theory on my part. I feel like, in theory, Buggy's Devil Fruit is not what it seems to be. Just like how Luffy's was not actually the rubber fruit. I don't think that I still stand by. I don't think Buggy's fruit is actually the fruit that we think it is. It's not that prevents him from being cut. I actually think his real devil fruit is like something to do with being lucky. Because as we've seen, no matter what, he is the luckiest dude in existence in One Piece. He somehow magically ends up in like the biggest scenarios. He accidentally became an emperor. I think he actually has some sort of like luck fruit or something like that. Question 40, I think. Question 40. If you have watched Death Note, was Light the protagonist or the antagonist? He's the antagonist, I would say. L is the protagonist of that, actually. So yeah. Do I think Light was wrong? Not necessarily. It depends on the criminal. So I don't necessarily think Light was wrong, but I don't think he was necessarily right either. Question 41. Which one would you rather be? Any evil main character or good side character? Probably good side character, because any evil main character usually ends up getting mollywopped. I'd rather just be a side character. Side characters usually get mollywopped too, but they usually have a good ending. Question, 43. Which anime do you think has the best kinds of food if it were made in real life? Oh, that's easy. Food Wars. 100%. Food Wars. Food so good that I make, food so good that it makes my special places feel funny? I gotta give it to Food Wars on that one. Food Wars is king. Let's see. Where am I at? Question, that was what, 44? So, question 45. Who's got question 45? Question 45. Which mech would you rather operate in real life? A Gundam or an Eva unit? Probably a Gundam. Because I could be wrong, because it's been literally like 20 years since I've watched Gundam. But can't Gundams go into like space and shiz? So I probably would want to operate a Gundam because I can go to space. That'd be pretty cool. And at the end of the day, if I actually owned a Gundam, I would just sell it to Elon Musk. Because absolutely damn well the government or Elon Musk would want that thing. And I'd be like, here you go. You can actually go into space with this. Just give me like $5 billion, you can have it. I don't want it. You can be the one to go to space. I just want the money. Okay? Okay, good. Question 46. Best funny moment in anime. Any moment involving Old Man Joseph in Stardust Crusaders of JoJo. Him going, "Holy shiz!" and things like that. Pretty hilarious. Question 47. If you could bring back one Naruto character, who would it be? I've seen a meme about this, and I stand by this meme. Rin. The reason. Oh, all right. Let me rephrase that. So you're talking about in current time. If I could bring back any, if I could bring back any in current time, probably either Itachi or Jiraiya. But if I could or Minato. But if I could prevent any death, I would prevent Rin's death. Although Hashirama would be a pretty good choice to bring back too. It's hard to say. If I had to choose one though, if I had to choose one to bring back, I would probably, just because for interest in plot wise, I'd probably bring back Itachi. Because Itachi would be out here bringing in some 20th level intellect moves in any of his fights. So I'd probably bring back Itachi. Question 49. Which villain do you think made the most sense with their views on society or the world itself? Which villain? See, that's hard to say. I would normally... Itachi isn't really a villain, so I can't count Itachi. I can see where Madara is coming from, because essentially Madara wanted everyone to be in the infinite Tsukiyomi, so there was no more suffering. He wasn't necessarily trying to like destroy the world or anything. Also, again, I would probably, out of everyone though, I'd probably say Light. Where Light went wrong is whenever when he started killing people off just because they would quote unquote get in his way. But his philosophy of using the Death Note on really, really heinous criminals, I don't know if I necessarily think he's wrong. It depends on the crime. So, I'd probably have to go with Light. Alright, who's got question 50? Question 50. Question 50. Who's got question 50 for me? Hey, if you guys want to sit here and watch me stare at the screen and do nothing, that's up to you. I don't really mind. Question 50, Goku versus Saitama. I already answered this, but I will answer it again. Goku versus Saitama, I gotta give it to Saitama. And not because he just beats everything in one punch. There's actually reasoning behind it now. Comparing feats of strength and abilities, I actually would say probably Saitama. Would I say current level as far as they are not allowed to improve? Then I would say Goku. But if they are allowed to improve, Saitama. And I appreciate you for the love, Sajid. Question 51. In a room full of anime extroverts, who do you think would start to the most chaos? Doesn't matter the franchise. In a room full of... who would start the most chaos? Probably Inosuke. I wanted to say Bakugo, but with Inosuke being such a country bumpkin and not knowing literally anything, I probably would have to say it's Goku. Or I mean, not why did I say Goku? It's Inosuke, because he would try and fight the wall or something. Question was 52. Question 52. Which anime do you think had the funniest random moments? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusaders. What up, Silver? Silver, the homie. I was about to say, I'm sitting here in my head, I'm like, didn't I make you a mod? Why is this not a mod? But it makes sense that it's your second account. Question 53. Which anime has the best means of transportation? So I'm assuming you're talking about non, power-wise. Because obviously, then my head immediately goes to something like instant transmission or flying Raijin. But if we're talking about non-power-wise transportation, I mean, the flying Nimbus is pretty cool. You can't go wrong with the Straw Hats ship. Although I still can't hold myself on laughing at what was it, Aokiji's way of transportation. My man just rode a bicycle across the sea. That's pretty cool too. Your old account crashed? Here, I'll make this account a mod too. Boom. There we go. There we go. Boom. Anyway, question, 53? What is the One Piece? It's the friends you've made along the way, Hannah. It's the friends you made along the way. Question 54, have you watched Our Dating Story? I can't say that I have. I have no idea what that is. Question 55, I think? Question 55, also, why is Gintama on your screen? Because I Googled funny anime GIF, and this was the first one that popped up. So that's why. Question 56. Who was the most mentally stable Uchiha? Most mentally stable Uchiha? Honestly, it's either Itachi or Shisui. I mean, probably after what Itachi had to do, probably not Itachi, but sanely speaking wise, Itachi is still relatively sane compared to the rest. But it's probably Shisui. Question 56. Are you going to watch the new Demon Slayer film? My friend literally just texted me that today, but I'm still getting over a stomach flu, and so I don't know whether he is going to go watch it today or not. And so I have no idea. I am interested in watching it, but will I end up being able to watch it? I'm not entirely sure. With that being said, I've read the manga already, so I know what happens. And isn't half of it just a recap of Swordsmith Village anyway? Question 57. Which anime do you think has the best world building? Attack on Titan. Or One Piece. But probably Attack on Titan. Question 58. Have you read Boruto Chapter 7? What are your comments? Like the newest chapter? Boruto 2 Blue Vortex? Yes, I have. And what are my comments on it? I think that Boruto is one of the best airing manga out right now. That's my comments on it. What is happening currently, because I don't want to give spoilers for anyone that hasn't read the Boruto manga, but what is currently happening, I think, especially that cliffhanger at the end of the most recent chapter, I think Boruto is one of the most interesting anime out right now, or manga currently airing right now. Question 58. Who do you think will kill Black Frieza? Mm, honestly, no one. I don't think Frieza's going to die again. This is a bold claim, but it's either going to be Gohan, in my opinion. It's either going to be Gohan, Goku, or Frieza's just not going to die again. Because something feels strange with Black Goku, if you know what I mean. In the sense that I still stand by it was really weird of him to let Goku and Vegeta live. I don't know why he did that. Because you gotta think that he had the perfect opportunity to kill both Goku and Vegeta, but he literally just left and said, I have something else to do instead, which makes zero sense. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to play out with Black Frieza. Appreciate you on the hope you feel better, Silver. Appreciate that. Question 59. What manga would you recommend to people new and old to manga? What manga? Outside of the standards, because I'm currently reading Boruto, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece. So I honestly say One Piece if you haven't read One Piece. Because I know there's a lot of people that want to get into One Piece that haven't, and I always recommend don't watch the anime, read the manga, because it'll help you catch up faster. So I'd probably say One Piece. Question 60. You think Gojo could be an art teacher? He already knows red plus blue equals purple, so he's set, right? Yeah, probably. You're onto something there. I think Gojo would be a great art teacher. He'd probably have people try and draw his eyes. Question 61. Did you know that the Going Sunny from the One Piece is bigger than the Attack Titan? The Going Sunny? Isn't it the Going Merry and the Thousand Sunny? I'm very confused. And it's bigger than the Attack Titan? I mean, that theoretically makes sense. I think that makes sense. I mean, with all the crazy features the ship has, that would make sense. Question 62. Which anime was your favorite when it came to life-threatening situations? Attack on Titan. Question 63. Then who will defeat him? Like I said, I don't know who will defeat him. Probably Goku. if someone needs to defeat him. But I don't think anyone will. I actually don't think he's gonna die. But or defeat him. I mean, it might be Goku. It's gonna be either Goku or Gohan, maybe Vegeta, but question 65, right? What anime character has the most sick haircut? Sung Jinwoo. Sung Jinwoo. Question 66. Which anime is your favorite when it comes to hand-to-hand combat? No powers, just hands. Baki the Grappler. Question 67. I got them confused with the Thousand Lane. You're all good, Silver. Question 67. What's your opinion on the Cyberpunk Edgerunners anime? I honestly watch it and think it needs another season. I think Edgerunners was one of the best anime to come out in recent times. I'm ashamed to say it, and it pisses me off that this happens, but I actually kind of forget it exists. But every time I remember it exists, I'm like, yo, that was one of the best anime I've ever seen. So I would probably I would probably put Edgerunners in my top 10. Edgerunners is phenomenal. Question 68. Gojo's eyes are attractive. True. Most overrated anime? Fairy Tail. Question 69. Okay, what non-canon Dragon Ball form would you like in the show? Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 100. I still stand by Super Saiyan 4 is what Super Saiyan God should have looked like. Super Saiyan God should have looked like Super Saiyan 4. Question 70. Do you think older anime is better than newer anime? Not necessarily. I just think that there's a lot worse newer anime. And the reason for that is because there's a lot more anime being made nowadays than back in the olden times. Like back in the early 2000s and stuff. There was far less anime being made per season. So every anime had a better chance of being good. But there are some hidden gems that come out pretty much every season, aka things like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. Um, what else is there recently? I haven't watched it yet, but I do know Freyren's supposed to be really good. Spy Family's good. Um, yeah, things of that nature. Question 71. Which anime do you think had the dumbest conclusion to their story? Currently, Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone's conclusion was terrible, in my opinion. Question 71. Most overrated anime character. Most overrated anime character? That I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who the most overrated anime character is. Anyone from Fairy Tail. Question 72. What anime do you think has the best animation style? Probably Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer probably has the best animation. Question 73. I feel old now because I've watched so many old anime. Hey, me and you both, fam. Me and you both. I've been watching anime for over 25 years. So, you and me both. Question 73, right? Question 73. In your opinion, who is the worst anime character? Shao Tucker. Question 74. Question 74. What makes AOT so good? The story writing. The storytelling of AOT is what makes it probably, currently, in my opinion, the best written anime in existence. Question 75. Which older animation style was your favorite? Dragon Ball Z, probably. Probably Dragon Ball Z. Or Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty up there, too. Question 76. Fairy Tail is confusing for... Yeah, Fairy Tail's trash. Fairy Tail is... The thing is that Fairy Tail objectively doesn't do anything wrong. It's just boring. It does everything a typical shonen would do, but it's just, to me, it's just boring. So that's why I just don't like Fairy Tail. Question... Well, who's got question, 77? Question 77, or let's see. I feel like Fairy Tail could have been so good if it was done better. Yeah. To me, Fairy Tail is just One Piece, but objectively worse. Question: if you could rewrite an anime's story to have better conclusion or story progression, which would it be? A better conclusion or... That's tough. I would possibly say Bleach, depending on how they decide to end the anime, because the manga's ending was very, very rushed, in my opinion, which wasn't Kubo's fault. I do know he was being rushed by the studio. So I would probably say Bleach currently, but we will have to see how the anime does it. Question 78. Have you ever seen Hajime no Ippo? Of course. Hajime no Ippo is one of the best sports anime ever made. And I got you, Silver. Question 79. Do you watch sub or dub? Sub. I gotta give it sub. And I will be right back because my daughter is crying, and so I gotta go see why she is crying. I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. I am back. Alright, so back to question 79. You looking forward to the remake of One Piece? It's literally called The One Piece. Yeah, I am looking forward to it because I'm curious how they're gonna change it. I'm assuming it's going to be something similar to like how they did Dragon Ball Kai, where it's just better paced. Not to say that One Piece is terribly paced because it's just extremely long story writing, but I'm curious what they're going to change. You know what I mean? Question 80. Which anime do you think has the best memes other than JoJo? Naruto. Have you seen Berserk? I have not, unfortunately. I know that's a big crime in the anime community, but I have not seen Berserk. I've watched like 3 episodes or something of like the OG Berserk anime, but other than that, I don't know much. I don't know much. Well, I do know some things. I do know uh Griffith. All my homies hate Griffith, you know. I know what he did. I know what he did. Question 81, is that Gintama? Yes, yes, that is Gintama. Question 81, remember when Mike Guy said, I'll never forget you, Kisame Hoshigaki? True, I do remember. Question 82, have you watched Mashal and what's your opinion? I have not watched it. I have seen clips of it and it seems funny. I do need to watch it at some point, but and I do know that that second season 2 OP is a banger. Singing boom bum bum boom bum bum boom bum. That song is a banger. Question 83, the One Piece pacing is so scary. True. Uh Question 83, which anime studio slash company, past or present, lost your respect or attention over the years? Toei Animation. Toei's done some good things, but they've also done some terrible animation. Um, although part of me wants to say Mappa, but at the same time, it's hard to say Mappa because the animation is so damn good. But at the same time, let your workers go home. Let the animators take a break. Uh, let's see. Question 84. What is the best JJK opening? You are my special. Probably that one. Question 85. Have you ever watched Mobile Suit Gundam? Probably. I mean, I've seen some Gundams way back when I was a kid. I don't remember anything from any of the Gundams, but gotta go soon because I gotta do homework. You're all good, Kimberly. I appreciate you. Question, what, 85, I think? Doesn't it seem weird why anime characters smile with their eyes closed despite the fact that nobody does it in real life? Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of creepy. Question 86, can we agree 4Kids is awful, though? I mean, yes, except, and I will always stand by this, the One Piece 4Kids song was a banger. I am sorry. The One Piece, that 4Kids One Piece OP was a banger. You can't go wrong with Gaio, Gaio, dream it. Don't give it up, Luffy. Bro, that song was a bang. That song was a banger. Question 87. Which anime do you think has the best explained power scaling? Best explained power scaling? Uh, Either One Piece or Bleach. Dragon Ball's power scaling is terrible. Naruto's power scaling after they've thrown in the Otsutsuki and stuff isn't the greatest. So probably either Bleach or One Piece. Question. Let's see. Yo, what's good? Welcome back. Welcome back, Silver. What you cooking? Let me know what you're cooking. Question. Where am I at? 88. Question 88. What's the best JoJo opening? That's tough. I'd have to re-listen to them because it's been a while since I listened to a JoJo opening. I actually kind of forgot most of them, except for the Around the World. But that's an ED, isn't it? That's not an opening, is it? Question 89. Other than Tengen, which Hashira has the most drippy outfit? I mean, most of them have the same outfit. Well, not. Actually, that's not true. What am I saying? Would it be wrong to say Mitsuri? No, but probably Rengoku. I'll give it to Rengoku. That flame cloak's pretty fire. No pun intended. Question 89. Which anime character do you think is truly irredeemable no matter what they do? Mahito? Shao Tucker? Um, um, maybe Akainu? Question 90. Question 90. Is Rengoku overrated? And also, can you please do more live streams on weekends for the sake of us middle/high schoolers? Maybe. I do plan on doing a live stream tomorrow, but I can't guarantee it's going to be during the day. And no, Rengoku, in my opinion, is not overrated. I love Rengoku. But I gotta do my streams when I'm actually able to do it, because you also gotta take into consideration my schedule, aka my kids. I gotta watch kids. So, you'll eventually hear them in the background during some live streams. Question 91. Which anime do you think had the best arcs? Attack on Titan. Question 92. What anime has the Attack on Titan or Dragon Ball Z? But question 92. What anime has the best training arc? That's a good one. Best training arc. Bleach has some pretty good training arcs. Baki the Grappler has some pretty good training arcs. I'd probably say either Baki the Grappler or Dragon Ball. Question 93. What anime? Oh, wait, I already answered that. Question 93. Whose attacks or powers are your favorite in anime? Probably Minato. Flying Raijin's pretty dope. I like any powers that have to do with speed. Speed's, like, awesome to me. Question 94. Which anime character surprised you the most when they became a villain or became evil? I mean, Aizen was a pretty big shocker. Eden, you could kind of see coming. And I would say Eden is a villain, but he's not at the same time, if you know what I mean. But Aizen was a pretty big shocker. It's hard to think of characters that you thought were good guys and then became villains. Like, most characters do the opposite. They become good guys from villains. Question 95. What's your opinion on anime intro sped up, but the pitch isn't changed? Couldn't tell you because I've never seen that or heard that. Question 96. Who's the best girl in all of anime? Rias Grummery. Rias Grummery. Queen waifu. Question 97. Question 97. Did you know Naruto has killed only one character? Yeah, no, that makes sense. It was Kakuzu, right? So yes, I did know that. Question 98. Assuming you've seen a lot of fantasy anime, which world do you think would be the most cruel? Oh, I mean, Attack on Titan's pretty cruel, but Attack on Titan's pretty cruel. Tokyo Ghoul is pretty cruel. I don't know if it counts as a fantasy anime, but High School of the Dead is pretty cruel. If it was in real life, Pokemon would be pretty cruel. Question. Let's see. Oh, honestly, solo leveling, pretty cruel. Goblin Slayer, pretty cruel. Hold on, I gotta go get my cat before I answer the last 3 questions. My cat's clawing at a door. Alright, last 3 questions. Question 98. Question 98. What was the best episode in Naruto? The best episode. Gaara versus Rock Lee. Question 99. Who, in your opinion, has the strongest or most overpowered anime character? Dragon Ball Super. And that would be Zeno from Dragon Ball Super. And then question 100. Zeolot, what's good, fam? What's good? Question 100. Am I the only person who doesn't get why people simply simp for anime? They're just drawings, no offense. You're the only one here that doesn't get it. I mean, I understand. I get it. I do get it, so... But I can also understand why you don't get it if you... I mean, it's hard to say why people do it. I'm sure there's some psychology behind it, but, yeah. What is my cat getting into? I'll have to figure that out. But please read this. I love your videos. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. But anyway, that was all 100 questions. I appreciate everyone that came through, and shouts out to everyone watching the playback of this. Also, I said it at the beginning of the live stream, but I'll say it again. Tomorrow is the day that's going to be the solo leveling live stream. So tomorrow is the solo leveling live stream. So be prepared for that. And yeah, also, spoiler alert, incoming more One Piece memes. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next stream. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Go watch my most recent solo leveling video if you haven't already. And you haven't seen solo leveling? Well, then you probably should go read or watch solo leveling. But yeah, as always, guys, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. You guys are the best anime fan base in existence. And I will catch you on the next stream tomorrow. Peace.